Hey guys, it's me, Tatum Thrift Walker, and I'm coming on here to make this video because I've got so many messages about the little boy in Jessup, Georgia, in Wayne County, named Noah. I don't know all the details. I have read some of it. I'm going to have to sit down and really go through it. A lot of people saying that they're trying to say there was no foul play. From reading what I have read, and I'm just saying I've not read everything, I don't see that's the case. I think there's something fishy going on, and being in the situation that I was with my son, I have learned one thing. Some of you are saying, well, I feel like, I'm going to get persecuted for this, for saying all this. Do not worry about what other people say. You go with your gut, because with my son, yes, he was murdered, but it took him 5 years to do it. But here's the thing. I was so, focused on Joseph and his recovery that I didn't push the fact of what they did to my son like it should have been pushed. I was worried more about him. And now it's 5.5 years later, and I'm having to push and push and push, which I'm not going to stop. But do not stop. You go with your gut. You get to the bottom of it. You get to the truth, because these things now, they're saying he was bullied. I'm going to tell you something. These daggone bunch of bullies, we as parents, we as citizens of the United States of America, or anywhere in the world, we need to step up. They need to be some consequences on these bullies. They need to be consequences if we can prove that they're bullying these children, or they're bullying. I don't care if you're an adult and you're getting bullied. They need to be held accountable for their actions. There's people committing suicide for people bullying people. Everybody's not as strong as me. I tell people that all the time. I've got friends that they will curl up in a ball of somebody, bullying them or messing with them, and then I have to come in and be like, "You're gonna stop what you're doing, I promise you." You know, I don't understand it. I don't understand, like, these kids in school. Computers are horrible. If somebody says something to me, I just block them and I go on my day because I ain't got time for it. But some people, they sit there and they read these comments, they read these messages, and it kills them inside. They get so depressed. We don't have no idea what they're going through inside. Everybody is different when it comes to stuff like that. And it's got to stop. I'm going to tell you right now. If I see somebody bullying somebody, there ain't no telling what I'll say. If I might slap the hell out of them, because I don't have no tolerance for a bully. Also, parents that want to stand back. But you parents that just, you don't want your child in trouble. You don't want this, you that. I don't care if it's my child. I don't care if it's my grandchild. I don't care if it's my niece, my nephew, my friend's kid. If I see a kid bullying, and I know I'm not fitting to take up for them. They need their ass whipped. They need to go back to the old school days. They need their ass whipped. And they also need to be held accountable. We need to teach our children it is not okay. I do not care if you make $10 million a year or you make $10 a year. There ain't nobody in this world shit smells like candy. And if it does, please show me who it is, because we all need to be eating or doing whatever they're doing. My mom was raised one of the poorest people that I know her family was, and all of them made something of themselves, and they did a lot with their lives. And I don't care. I see kids that have been, in foster care, and as they got older, they put themselves through college. My mama's daddy was a drunk. He beat on my grandma. She could have chose to be that way. You can't let what your parents do, or the people who raised you, you can't hide behind them and say, I did drugs or I killed somebody because I didn't have a daddy or mama. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. You choose your own path. Yes, you might have had it hard. Look what I have been through in the past 5.5 years. Nobody blame me if I went crazy, or I did some stupid stuff, or I crawled up in a ball and didn't get up. But I choose every morning to get up and put on makeup and put on my clothes. And I don't question God at all. And I know what I have to do. And my son's memory, that's like this little boy, Noah. He deserves justice. Okay, if there wasn't no foul play, then there needs to be a bigger investigation. Every I needs to be dotted, every T needs to be crossed, and you as parents and you as citizens, if it's in your gut and you know something, and let me tell you something, these kids that know something and are not telling it, you need your ass prosecuted. And the parents that know these, that has these kids that know something and you know about it, your ass needs to be prosecuted. This right here pisses me off, y'all, because I've been through it, I know, and it's not right. This little boy had his whole life ahead of him. He does not deserve this. And also, cops, GBI, y'all know what I think about the GBI. And they ain't heard the last from me. They think, they sitting back laughing, they think, oh, Tatum, I can't do nothing. We're going to wear our badge and still keep getting our paycheck. But they think they going to keep getting the taxpayers is going to pay their dollars to what? Do nothing? It ain't going to work like that. So, I want them to sit back and wonder when they're going to get called in for an investigation, because it's coming. And they don't think it is. But anyway, cops, the taxpayers, when you take that oath, and let me say this, they are not all bad cops. Because if the county would have had my case, it would have done been solved, and that's what I'm trying to get it back to the county. But here's the thing: when you take that oath, just like a doctor does or anybody else, you are supposed to protect the community. You're supposed to do your job. You don't half-ass do your job. You don't go out there and say, okay, you need to get all the evidence. You need to go to every person. You need to listen. Especially if you're a parent, you need to ask yourself, if this was my child, would I just be so quick to let it go? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't at all. No, you wouldn't. But you can't half-ass do your job. That's when higher up needs to be called in and they need to be questioned. And some people that know Noah's family have asked me, would I help? I will help in any way that I can, because this child's life was cut too short. This is wrong. And it's not right. I will use my following, my influencer, my content creation, any way that I can. Everybody that I know that I can help, get his story out there, help somebody, come and investigate, I will help. I had one of my friends this morning that knows the family, just have them reach out to me. I will give you my phone number. They can reach out to me. Know that we are praying for you, and I know how you feel, and it's the worst feeling in the world. But take that hurt. This is my advice. And everybody grieves differently. But take that hurt, that anger, and ball it up and use it to get justice and use it for good, and his story to get around the nation, get Noah's name. Make sure they keep hearing your son's name. Noah, Noah, Noah. And I'm going to tell you something. God works in mysterious ways. And if it can help one other child that's being bullied, but I'm going to tell you something, I'm trying, and I'm going to be working with some attorneys. We're trying to get some laws passed. This bullying and all this shit, it ain't right, and it needs to stop. But I tell you what, this is what I was telling my mama a while ago. I didn't get bullied. And if somebody tried to bully me, I'd jump on them and try to beat their ass the best I could. And usually that's what happened. And then here I got to pay attorney fees for whipping their ass. And that ain't right. They need their ass beat. If somebody's not going to do nothing about it, they need their ass beat. But it needs to be done the right way. They need to sit behind bars, and they need to be known what they did was wrong. But if you're not giving them no consequences, they're going to keep on doing it. And I believe when somebody commits suicide over somebody bullying, and I think there's a lot of states there is something that could be done now. They need to be gone away for murder. It's wrong. It's wrong, and I'm so sorry your child went through this. Oh my God, he's a beautiful child. All God's children are gorgeous, and but by bullying and all, that's God's child. You don't do something like that. God don't like ugly. But I love you guys. I'm praying, and anything I can do to help y'all, please share his story. I shared an article a while ago. I've shared them on all my stuff. Continue to share it. Let's keep Noah's name go on alive and let these people know what they did. If they did something, they're not going to get away with it. God bless y'all. I love y'all.